Next, we're going to be working on 2 different escapes from the back control position. So my partner is going to have the back take. She's going to have her hooks in. She's going to establish her seatbelt position. And she has a pretty good position here. What I need to do first, before anything, is defense. I've got to protect my neck, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reach up and I'm going to hook her wrist with my hand here. And then I'm going to reinforce with my other hand inverted with my thumb in, and I'm going to have a 2-on-1 grip on this strangle arm. It's very important that we control the strangle arm and we don't let go, because as soon as we do, we get strangled. So as I'm pushing down, first thing I want to do is I want to take away the access to my neck. Look, big giant gap between my chin and my chest. So I'm going to eliminate that gap by dropping my body here. Now it's going to be a little bit harder to choke me. Now, if I can dictate which direction I'm going to go, I'm going to fall to the control side, which is the arm that's under my armpit, like we talked about in the rear naked choke video. So I'm going to push with my outside foot, and I'm going to drop to this position here. She's going to establish a better position, but I still have good control over her arm, so I'm not afraid of being choked. Now, from here, I've got to take away her ability to execute a choke. If her head is on one side of mine and her elbows on the other side of mine, she can execute a choke. But if I can get my head on the other side of hers and her head and elbow on the same side, now when she goes to execute a choke, it's going to be very difficult to execute because the loop around the head is not closed. So I still maintain my grips here, okay? Now I'm going to push her head away using mine, and then now I'm going to start walking my hips out of hers here. Once I have this this established, my hips are out, I'm going to break this grip here, and I'm going to bring my elbow down to the mat. The reason I brought my elbow to the mat is because I need it to be able to turn into my opponent. As soon as this grip is broken and my elbow's to the mat, I let go of the wrist, and then I focus on the knee. So I come up, I push, and I end up in a position where we can start going into our guard pass. Second, again, she establishes her seatbelt. I grab 2-on-1, drop my body level, but this time she wins the battle. She falls in the direction she wants to fall. Again, I'm focused on one thing. I'm focused on getting her elbow over to the same side as her head. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab her sleeve here, and I'm going to reach up and grab sleeve here. If not, if I can get my thumb under her elbow, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use these grips to break her grip here and bring her elbow to the other side. Now, one thing that I do is I try to cause a little bit of pain just by pulling on the elbow down, because it really kind of crunches that shoulder. But look what it did to her feet. It took her feet out of a good position, and now look, when I walk here, now I can push, come up on my elbow, and get into that same position, ready for my guard pass. And that's 2 variations of the back control escape.